Hello, hello, my friends. Last weekend, Bath and Body Works had a $12.95 candle sale, and a lot of us were pretty excited to participate because not only did that sale include some recent collaborations and some of their new Halloween candles, but you know me, I love fall fragrances, and there were quite a few fall candles included in that sale. I also had a 20% off coupon. I know that they had a flash sale. I think it was Sunday night that they offered an additional 20% off. So it was enough for me to go ahead and bite at the offerings. I did place an online order because a couple of the candles that I was interested in purchasing were online exclusives. And so in today's video, I am going to share with you what I bought last weekend, as well as two candles that are the byproduct of an exchange. So I'll talk about that a little bit more when I talk about each of those candles. You guys are probably going to be a little bit surprised by this haul because two of the candles in here are classics really in the fall lineup that I have never owned. And then there's one candle in here that's getting a lot of hype. Um, you might be a little surprised by my reaction to it. Spoiler alert, I think it's going back. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get ready to dive into this. If you are new to my channel, hi, I'm Katie. I love to talk all things candles here on my channel. I do hauls like this. Trust me, you guys, there's going to be a lot of hauls coming up here in the month of August. I like to do dedicated post-burn reviews. I do empties and a whole lot of other fun candle content in between. So if you like home fragrance, please consider hitting that subscribe button. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. But let's not waste any more time on this introduction. Let's go ahead and talk about the candles that I purchased. So I think I'm going to go ahead and start with the two candles that are the byproduct of an exchange. So I actually ended up returning freshly brewed coffee. I think I did a post, I think it was over on my Instagram, where I told you guys that I was not having a good burn experience on the first burn of that candle. It was really struggling to pull out. It wasn't throwing. And I could tell just by looking at the wicks, those of you who burn Bath and Body Works enough, which is probably a lot of you if you've clicked on this video, you guys know the telltale signs when your candle is going to develop puny wick syndrome. And I've gotten to the point where I actually start to recognize it upon the first burn. And I was like, nope, I don't love this fragrance enough. To me, it kind of smelled like a little bit more of like an acidic, like an acidic type of coffee note. So I was like, I don't want to waste time on that. I went ahead and I took it back and I exchanged it for Marshmallow Fireside. Can you guys believe how am I going to word this? Can you believe with how much I love gourmand fragrances and I love smoky fragrances that I have actually never purchased this candle? I've picked it up in store, I've smelled it, I've liked it, but for whatever reason, I've just never thrown it into my basket. I think maybe it's because it's not new. I just decided that this was the year that I was going to go ahead and give it a chance. So, fragrance notes on Marshmallow Fireside are toasted marshmallow, smoldering woods, fire roasted vanilla. I don't think I need to go into much of a fragrance description on this because it's been around for so long. And it's a well-loved classic. It is the marshmallow note that you get in their vanilla bean candle, but there is a little bit of smokiness in the background. This to me is a little bit more sweet than it is smoky, but it's a really, really well done candle. I wanted to purchase this because I think that this will go with so many fragrances that I currently have in my candle collection. If you're coming across my channel for the first time, I actually have a series that I do on my channel every month where I give you an update about the size of my candle collection. I have been on a journey this year to just be really intentional about what I am bringing in, what I am using up, what I am pushing out, meaning decluttering. So that video should be coming up for you guys in the next couple of days. In fact, I'm going to film that one after this. So anyways, this one will go really nicely with a lot of other candles that I currently have in my collection. The other candle that I purchased, and again, I don't know why I've never purchased this one because this is actually one of my favorite fragrances. It is probably my number one fragrance that I purchase in the car fragrance every fall. But for whatever reason, I haven't burned it in my house, and it is Sweater Weather. So the fragrance notes on Sweater Weather are fresh sage, juniper berries, aromatic eucalyptus, fresh woods. And fun fact, you guys, those of you who have been here know that I have talked about that I have some family members and friends who are extremely sensitive to fragrance. One of those people, is, you guys, I'm really struggling with grammar today. My sister is very, very sensitive to fragrance. A couple of years ago, she started noticing that a lot of fragrances just give her a headache. I personally am of the mindset that I think it's certain candles that have more artificial fragrance notes in them really, really trigger headaches for her. But until that started happening, this was her favorite fall fragrance. In fact, I told her the other day, I was like, Kelly, I bought Sweater Weather. And she was like, oh, I miss that fragrance. She told me, she's like, if you find a clean burning alternative to it, let me know. And the reason why I purchased Sweater Weather was, yes, I love the fragrance. But speaking about candles that are in my collection that I think that this complements, Kringle Candles, Kittens, and Cashmere is the candle that I am burning alongside this. And while I don't believe Candles and Cashmere is an exact dupe because it has a little bit more of a minty note in it, I'll talk about that more when I do a dedicated review on that candle. The base notes in the two candles are very, very similar, and therefore they complement each other well. So I did start burning this one already. I've actually burned it twice. This one is performing very, very well for me, you guys. This is like a solid 9 so far on strength and throw. Just the fragrance notes in here are very, very strong, and I just love it. I think I'm really loving this as like a summer to fall transitional scent, especially in the evenings, because it there's something about it that just has me like looking forward to like sitting on the couch on fall evenings watching like Hallmark movies with my husband. Funny enough, he's like a like tough manly man, but whatever reason, like in the fall, we like to watch those little cheesy movies that have the same storyline to every single one of them. We just like to do that. Alrighty, here. Let's go ahead and talk about another candle that is part of the fall lineup, another first-time purchase for me, but I don't believe that it's brand new to Bath & Body Works. This is Pumpkin Bonfire. Of course, you guys know I love smoky fragrances. I see the word bonfire. Instantly, I am intrigued. Fragrance notes here are white pumpkin, a bundle of clove buds, glowing embers. And not a surprise at all. I love this fragrance. I definitely get the clove bud smell in here, but there is a little bit, you definitely get like the pumpkin note in here. The pumpkin note in here smells similar to the pumpkin accord that they use in Sweet Cinnamon Pumpkin. And you get a little bit of smokiness in there, but again, not overwhelmingly smoky fragrances. There are some fragrances that are like intensely smoky. Like I always refer back to Homeworks' Winter Fireside or their Beach Bonfire. Those are probably two of the smokiest fragrances that I have ever had in my collection, and I like them. But this is like a more mild take on smoky, in my opinion. So I'm very happy to have this one in my collection. This will probably be one that I will be burning in the evening time. Let's go ahead and, oh, you know what? I think I'm going to save that one for last here. All right, the next one, I believe that this was an online exclusive. Don't quote me on that, but I believe that this one was an online exclusive. This is Cuddle Weather, and I think either it said online exclusive or new fragrance. I can't remember. Fragrance notes on here are warm gingerbread tea, cinnamon shortbread, a cozy blanket. Okay, thanks. All right, this one I love. You do get like a gingerbread tea accord, although it's not super gingery. It's more of like a cinnamon to my nose. Shortbread, maybe a little bit in there, but it's not like, oh, it's a gourmand fragrance for sure, but it's not like a very dense shortbread type of fragrance. Sometimes shortbreads, you get more of like a deep buttery type of note, and I don't really get that in here. This is just a very cozy type of fragrance. It actually, in some ways, reminds me a little bit of Hallmark's had a fragrance last year called Cinnamon Sugar Marshmallow. That fragrance is coming back, by the way, to Hallmark's. It should be available, I want to say, mid-August. Little spoiler alert, I have 8 new fragrances from Hallmark's on their way to me. Actually, 7 new, 1 returning because it's one of my all-time faves. And I'll keep you posted on that haul when it comes in. But yeah, this is really, really nice. I really like it. There's kind of a creamy element to it. Oh, what else did they say is in here? Warm gingerbread tea, cinnamon shortbread. Yeah, I pick up that cinnamon in here for sure. Yeah, shortbread, who knows what could qualify as a cozy blanket. A cozy blanket to me would mean like it would smell like laundry or something, but I don't get any of that vibe. This just gives you the vibes of like cuddling up with a nice like a nice light blanket, not like a super like thick one, but you know, like just like you're just got a little bit of chill in the air. Ooh, I like that one. I will say this one and the pumpkin bonfire are probably my two favorites. I will just tell you that those ones I'm really really happy about. Okay, this is one that I actually saw a lot of people raving about last year. It came in very limited supplies and it has returned. I know that this is a return from many years ago, and right now it's only an online exclusive. It is Radiant Red Maple. Fragrance notes on here are crisp Macintosh apple, smoky woods, hint of toasted marshmallow. And this also has a really pretty lid on it. Okay, Greg, All About Candles, you're going to be loving the lids, right? If you missed his video the other night, it was so funny. He has this new series called My Two Cents, and he was lamenting a little bit about just some things going on at Bath and Body Works, and that one of the commentaries that he had was about the lids on Bath and Body Works candles. So this is an interesting fragrance. I feel like this to me, there is something about this that reminds me of something in my childhood, like a dessert or something that I had. My daughter says it kind of reminds her of like Snowball, but I don't think so either because that has more of like a chocolate and a coconut note in there. I don't smell that in here. Okay, I get marshmallow. I get a marshmallow base. There is that sweet base. I get Macintosh apple. What's the middle note there again? Smoky woods. Again, not super smoky, but there is kind of like a mysterious little vibe to this. Oh, I don't know. This is triggering a scent memory for me, but I don't know exactly what it's affiliated with. Ooh, but I do like that. Is it a fragrance that I feel like I need backups and backups of? No, but do I think that this is one of the more unique fragrances that Bath and Body Works has come up with? Yes, I do. I like that. And I think that this will be a good fragrance for this time of year right now. It's kind of a nice, you know, summer to fall transitional. This really isn't a fall fragrance to me. It's definitely more of a fragrance that I would burn here in the month of August. But I do like it. And then another fragrance that I purchased is A Day at the Cafe. So this one and the Radiant Red Maple are both part of this like Welcome to the Neighborhood collection. Fragrance notes on this one are rich cold brew coffee, frothed milk, sweet caramel syrup. So to be honest with you guys, I was a little nervous about the caramel syrup note in here because caramel is very hit or miss with me. I don't like the way Kringle does caramel most of the time. I do like the way Harry Slatkin does caramel, and Bath and Body Works is usually somewhere in the middle. And I'm happy to say so far, I do like this one on Cold Sniff. I do get the coffee note in here. It is like a coffee note. I do get the sweetness of caramel, but so far to my nose, it's not coming off as extremely cloying. Maybe slightly artificial caramel. Mm, it is there a bread note? Frothed milk, yeah. There's kind of a creamy vibe to it. It's not straight up just like coffee. It's not as straight up coffee fragrance as say Paris Cafe. Um, yeah, there's a creamy accord in here mixed with like a caramel note in there. It's nice. Do I see myself purchasing backups and backups of it? No, but I do like it, and I have a lot of other fragrances that I can burn this with. I think I'm going to plan to burn this either with pumpkin spice latte, or I have the Kringle Candle Reserve, the caramel cocoa and toasted fluff, as well as what's the other one that just came to my mind? Oh, coffee and whiskey. We all know my beloved coffee and whiskey. All right. I think I have two more candles to show here. Okay. So here's one that I'm on the fence about whether or not I love it. This is Pumpkin Vanilla Creme. This was on online exclusive as well. Fragrance notes here of creamy pumpkin, vanilla creme, fresh ground nutmeg, and graham cracker crust. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this, you guys. I want to like this. I like the pumpkin note in here, and I like the nutmeg, But I'm going to tell you what's throwing me off here is the same thing that's going to be throwing me off in the other candle that I'm kind of like about. The graham cracker crust. I have concluded I don't think I like a graham cracker note. I had a Hallmarks candle a couple of years ago that was like a graham cracker candle, and I did not like that one. I did end up decluttering it. And for whatever reason, I've talked about this sometimes when you pick up a fragrance note that your nose usually doesn't like, for whatever reason, I think our noses tend to hone in on that one particular fragrance. And it's like we can't smell the other good stuff that's going on. And that's kind of what I'm feeling like right now. Like I can smell the goodness of the pumpkin, and I can smell the nutmeg and kind of that cinnamon and like the filling of it, the vanilla creme. But I can also smell that graham cracker, and that graham cracker is just the one thing that I'm kind of like, I don't know. I don't know if I like you. So this one I'm on the fence about. Also, you know what might persuade me? If any of you happen to have this candle, can you guys let me know how the burn is going on it? Because the one thing that's giving me a little bit of hesitation is that this looks like it's from the same lineup as the freshly brewed coffee. Like the packaging looks very similar. And because I had such a bad experience with that one on the first burn, part of me is kind of like, should I just go ahead and return this one now? Since I don't absolutely love the fragrance. I don't know. I don't know. You guys chime in. You let me know. All right. The last candle, you guys may be able to guess which one it is. I'm going to give you a moment. Comment down below if you can guess what candle you think it is that I was so excited to order. And all right, ready? Pumpkin s'mores. I know everybody, I've been seeing so many people post reviews on this one. I know some people love it. Fragrance notes on here are roasted marshmallow, melted chocolate, pumpkin, graham cracker. I don't like it. It's that graham cracker note. I can't get past it. In fact, at one point I thought, did I mess up the lids and switch them on this one and the pumpkin vanilla creme? But I think the longer that these candles are sitting here, like in my presence, and I pick them up and sniff on this one and that pumpkin vanilla creme, all I can smell is the graham cracker. Okay, so graham cracker note in here for sure. Marshmallow, maybe a little bit, but I'm not picking up chocolate or marshmallow in here. I am, yeah, maybe a little bit of that marshmallow. I don't know, you guys. Should I give this one a chance? I feel like I have them in my possession already, so I should give them a chance. Maybe I won't go and exchange them, but if I start burning them and they start performing really badly for me, or if I really don't like them upon burn, then I might take them into exchange. But I'm just going to tell you guys, I think it's maybe because what I'm smelling in the lid. I'm just not crazy about it. So I don't know. I might change my tune. We all know here on my channel, there have been a lot of candles that I have either loved on cold sniff and then I burn them and I'm like, not so much. Or the quite opposite. Sometimes I get a candle in and I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that on cold sniff. And then I end up loving it while I burn it. So I think I'm going to go ahead and give them a chance. I am going to go ahead and try burning them. But I will let you guys know just on cold sniff right now, those two are I don't love them as much as I thought that I would. And it's funny because based on the fragrance notes, I don't know why. Maybe I didn't even pay attention to that graham cracker crust note, or maybe it's been such a long time since I've had candles that have that note in it. I forgot how much I don't really like that fragrance note. I don't know. We shall see. So feel free to comment down below if you purchased any of these candles during the $12.95 sale. Did you use the 20% coupon? Did you have a 20% coupon, or did you do that on Sunday night? I do know that a lot of people did participate in that sale. And I know quite a few of you guys also picked up some Halloween candles during that time. You guys know I'm really not big on Halloween, so I didn't purchase any of those. In fact, it's kind of funny. We walked in, I think it was last Saturday. Was it last Saturday? We were actually in the vicinity of my Bath and Body Works, and I actually had already placed this order, but I wanted to go in and smell some of them just in case, just to kind of get an idea. And it's funny, they really didn't have a lot of any of these candles out on the display for my store, but they had a ton of Halloween stuff. And it's so funny. My 10-year-old daughter, she's totally like me. I know you guys are going to think we're crazy, but like she walked in and she was like, I don't like that display. She's like, it's scary looking. I don't like it. And I was like, I'm right there with you, honey. Don't worry about it. So, but I do know that a lot of people really went wild for a lot of those candles. So, totally fine if you did. And also, I don't want you to think I'm totally poo pooing Halloween because Kringle just had their Halloween launch, their phase one launch happen a couple of days ago, and I did end up purchasing 6 candles from that launch. I'll be ripping the labels off about 4 of those, but I got sucked in by the fragrance notes. So all right, you guys, again, please hit thumbs up if you found this video helpful or if you enjoy it. Stay tuned. I will have my candle collection update as well as some dedicated post-burn reviews coming for you next week. And like always, just lots of fun candle hauls coming in over the next couple of weeks. So I do want to say thank you so very, very much for spending your time here with me today. And until my next one, I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.